Radio Garage, we are back on the bench, and I'm kind of excited here, guys. Got in repairs. Okay, we got in a little care package here from none other than Mr. Michael Scott himself, otherwise known as Scott's Radios LLC. Check him out if you haven't already. Most of you know him that are out there that watch the channel. He sent me in. He's been here a while. Don't anybody get all excited, get your panties in a wad, thinking I'm taking mail-ins and he just sent them in or any the kind of stuff like that. So he's had these have been here for a while, alright? And he's one of the last ones that I got to get through before I could open those big old floodgates. So just bear with me here. But yeah, haven't gotten to do repairs like this in a little bit. Been doing a lot of other stuff, new radios and builds and different stuff like that, so I'm kind of interested to see what we got going on here. Alright, so I just looked back at my text and he did not put any notes on these, and I was kind of scratching my head a little bit. I'm wondering, okay, these are both 2DX9. Now you got to remember, guys, this stuff comes in and then it sits for weeks or months, and then I don't remember why it's here or anything that I talked about with the customer. I just went back, looked, and alright, I have two, and he sent in two DX9 29HP's. They both have issues. They're identical radios. One does not power on, and one, when it powers on, it blows smoke, and not the kind of blowing smoke that you want it to do with modulation. I guess if you plug it in with the power on, or well, I don't know. We'll find out. But if you put power to it or turn the power on when there's power going to it, it'll start to try to smoke itself, go into self-termination. Alright, so let's get this stuff opened up. We'll see which one's which one doesn't power on, and which one is the smoke blower. Actually, I could probably just slide this right out of here. There's going to be the first one getting on the surgery table. So now this one goes over to the staging area over there to my left. I have a little shelf over there that is next up in line. Stuff goes, and stuff that's finished that I'm like say waiting to hear back from a customer on something. Alright, so what I do when I get one of these in that's a little problem child type deal is I get my regulated variable supply, current limiting supply, which you guys are familiar with. So, I've had this one for a while from the old bench even, right there. It's just, which I do want to actually upgrade that to a larger amperage unit. But okay, so I'm going to start off, power off on the power supply. Make sure your power is off on the radio. Put power to it. Let me prop this up. Right. And come over here. Put power to it. I have my current turned down so we don't get any kind of funky stuff going on. And let's see what this one does. Okay, so this is the one that does not turn on. So as you can see there, we have zero draw. Alright. So let me get this thing opened up. Not going to be able to do anything without the lids popped on it. So I'm going to turn it back off, unplug the power, and we're going to see why it's not turning on, okay? Okay, so upon further inspection, looks like we got a blown trace coming off the 8-volt regulator. Let me just, this is why I like camcorders, because I could zoom in here. A second to let it focus. Get something to focus on here. Well, I thought it would focus. There we go. So, looks like right here. Alright, so we don't know if there's any kind of collateral damage, but what I'll do is I'll get that all scraped off, deflux. There's a lot of extra flux in there. I'll get that all cleaned up, and I'll put a jumper in there, and we'll go from there. Alright, we got the trace fixed and got power, and I thought, oh goody, we're home free. Here's the jumper that I ran. I had to actually run a whole piece of wire here because that trace was so blown out. You know, there was like an inch. See, once you start scraping away where it blows out and gets crispy, that copper trace is so thin that it just peels back on itself, and then there's really, you know, nothing to kind of jump, and it curves here, and then you got to try to bend a wire to make it curve and whatnot. So I just go from there to there and be done with it. Nice piece of flexible silicone high temp wire. Alright, so here's now the problem is I got an external speaker hooked up right here, and volume's up all the way, squelch is wide open, RF gain is up all the way, and we have zero receive. No idea why. Alright, I got the channel 20. Channel 20. Gonna key it up. So she is receiving. It's not, receiver is working, we just have no volume. So we got to figure out where we're losing our volume on this thing. Right, we're losing our receive audio. We have the receive audio fixed. This one was a nightmare, like all of them end up turning out to be. See, I get all excited when I get the repair in, and then I start working on it, and I'm like, why the hell do I do this? But learning experience, absolutely learning experience. Every time you do one, you learn a little bit more, no matter how many of these you go across. And of course, it's my favorite chassis, so I didn't mind doing it. Two things, let me just let you hear it. You can hear that now, and just swing the camera. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4. All right, so we're just verifying that. We had a bad cap down in the AM detector stage down here, actually. A lot of people think when you don't get volume on the audio that receive audio, you automatically think audio amp chip back here on the side. Now I knew it wasn't that because I had the other thing you want to do when you don't have receive audio is you want to check your talkback. Luckily this one had, your PA. So switch over to PA, switch your jack in the back. Okay, I got PA audio. Obviously my audio chip is working. And actually, see, the thing is with this is the receive and the audio in these run separate. Alright, so you could have modulation and you could have transmit and not have receive. I know some radios that they both go down together. If you don't have audio on transmit, you won't have audio on receive. But what we did is you take your now for this repair I needed my oscilloscope and I needed my RF signal generator. And I know I should have shown all this crap and gone through it all with you guys. I made like a 2-hour-long video, but I didn't. But basically the short, quick version is probe your chip, see if you're actually getting audio to it. If you're getting your signal, which in this case I was injecting a signal through the antenna jack, see if it's actually making it there or it's not. Okay, find where it is making it to, and then kind of go from there. But yeah, this chip's not going to do anything if this signal's not getting to it. Alright, let's get that other radio out. I'm going to shut this one down, and I'm going to not do the, now he's getting, Mr. Mike is getting the bulletproof upgrade package done. One of these he's keeping for himself, and then the other one is going to the customer. So they're the customer's radios, but one is going to be Mike's actually taking the one, and then the other one's going to stay the customer's. But yeah, I guess I texted him and I said, what's going on with this thing? I got your radio to power on, but I have no receive audio. I said, somebody been in here or something? And I guess the guy got them brand new and they never worked out of the box. Took them to a shop, or I don't know, several shops, and couldn't get these radios fixed, or at least this one. So of course when I hear that, then I gotta definitely get them fixed. But yeah, so we got this one's done for now. Like I said, I'm gonna put it on the side. Then when I fix the other one, which I'll show you guys, we'll get that on the bench, and I'll go through and I'll bulletproof both of them at the same time, and then I'll do the tune alignments at the same time. But I want to get them both working first. All right, so let's get that other one out here. Get this one off to the side, and then here is the other one. Okay, that could go up here. And we'll open this one up. Now this one is the one that blows the smoke. This is the smoke blower. Supposedly when you put power to it, it does not react well. So, kind of same thing as we did with the last one. This is just the little parts. This parts I was taking out so far, putting all in there. My little parts caddy. Junk parts, that is. That's the other thing too. I want to kind of touch with guys, that if you pull a part out to check a part, I hear a lot of guys, I pulled it, put it back in, like a cap, something like that. Just like me personally, now, yeah, I have a large inventory of caps and stuff like that, but if you do tinker around with radios or trying to do your own repairs, just keep a bunch of caps on hand. This way you don't have to worry about checking them, and just you pull it, replace them for the price that they are. Just replace the darn thing. And plus with a lot of these too, like I noticed this has a lot of 10 volt caps in it, even being a newer radio. So I always like to get rid of those 10 volts anyways. Alright, we're going to put power to it, make sure it's off now. Okay, and let's see if we get it to do anything exciting. Okay, power over here. I'm going to turn this on. Let's see if she goes into crowbar. No, she does not. So we're actually very low on current that it's drawing. So I'm guessing whatever you saw smoke, Mike, when you turned it on is blown now. So it's not drawing current anymore, but it is actually low. Let's actually try this thing out. Let's give it a whirly. Wrong way on the camera, being that we are not seeing it do anything. See what is working. So I'm going to try the transmit, and I'm going to try the receive. Has volume, at least on this one. Mic gains up, AM, low power's fine. Put the dimmer up a little bit. Actually, yeah, just maybe because the dimmer was down, it was drawing a little less. I just saw it bump up a little bit. All right, let's see if we got anything going on in the equipment here. Okay, I don't even know if I have the LP on. I don't. It's going into transmit. It's going into transit, but I'm not seeing any power out. Yeah. So what we're getting here is we're getting our switching, but as you can see, no needle movement, and we're going right into the bird. I don't have the LP turned on right now. Okay, no movement on there, so we got no power output, so you smoked it. Alrighty, let's get her popped. Alright, so we just are going to do a quick little check here. I got the meter on and continuity, and you can just quick check your finals on these MOSFETs before you even turn the radio back on. So I just popped the cover, and I'm just going to find a a ground trace here. We'll go with this one, and I could just check these before I even turn it back on and see if we got a bad MOSFET. Okay, that one checks good, that one checks good. Alright, looks like that one is going to be popped. So right off the bat I could tell before I even put this power back on and before I even take the other side of the cover off, I know we got one bad MOSFET, and then we got to check for collateral damage. Alright, we are back in action. We got the finals replaced, we got the bulletproof upgrade package done, and I want to just touch on something here quick. After I had replaced the final, I still had no output, and I went then to the next, just in the chain, and come over to here, AM regulator, modulation pass transistor, and did not have the correct voltage there, so that ended up being bad. I have it right here. Okay, here's the one that came out of it, and I'll let you see the test on this one. A short circuit on here. So yeah, it's some what I call collateral damage. So the what took out what, yeah, who knows, who cares, but we got everything replaced. And what actually worked out nice is being that you're getting the bulletproof upgrade package, you did not have to pay any extra to get this swapped out. Alright, because normally I'd have to charge to replace that, but I had to replace it anyways. So yeah, it's all included. It's all included in the package. Here is the I don't know if you guys could see all right. Hold on a second. Try to get some. Yeah, it's hard to get the light on there, but I'm using some new insulators for the finals. I'm using the thermosil pads. I'm sorry, thermofilm. The thermosil is the silicone. But yeah, so we got everything tightened down, everything new, everything fresh, resealed the screws. Did the same thing and put a little sealer over here on that one, and then when I pulled these off and resealed them as well once I was done putting the fresh heatsink compound. So yep, got your upgraded cap, upgraded wires right here, upgraded cap there. Gonna go through, I gotta finish doing the rest of the modulation upgrades and for the audio mic amp circuit. So get this thing done and then tune the line and show you what it's doing, and do the same thing with the other one. Alright, let's get this thing wrapped up. I did notice I was getting some extra background noise in the last couple videos, and what I did now, actually I did it for the last clip too, I moved my power supply back a little bit farther away from the camera, my main power supply, so I see if that helps with the fan noise. Alright, let's see what it's doing on transmit. These have a high and a low, and we're going to be looking at the bird mainly for the carrier. The carrier I got you set on low for 2 watts, and that's 50 watts lug, so we're reading center scale. Here's AM. I'm doing about 8.5 watts or so. 8.5. Turn the mic gain up. Peak kit's on. Hello. Oh, she put that 50 in the corner. Ain't that nice? Yes, sir. She's a stroking. Hello. So you're getting a little over 50 out of her. Can't complain about that. Let's put her down on low quick. Let's see. Don't even go by the LP on low, because it's going to catch the peaks. Hello, 1 2 3 4. Hello, 1 2 3 4. Okay. Did the camera move? 1 2 3 4. Audio. 1 2 3 4. Okay. Now let's put a little audio into the old rig, and we'll show her on the scope quick. Put it on high. And mic gains up. adjust my scope here. Okay, there she is, looking good. And let's just, yeah, I got your talkback upgraded. Here's talkback. Now you might get a little bit of feedback because you did say he's going to be using a stock mic. So stock mics always like to feedback a little bit. That's one perk about the noise canceling mics, but I guess he's probably not going to be running this mobile. Alright, so talkback. External speaker is actually plugged in right now, so see what she sounds like. You get a little bit of feedback when you first key up. Hello, radio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okie doke, so that's that. And let me get it hooked up to the receive, and we shall be back. And she's hooked up to the receiver now, our the receive test. So we got our 12 dB over here, and we're at negative 112.5. Very, very nice. Came out great. Dial it down to, got our S9 set at 73, negative 73. Try to get the radio dead straight on, or else it's going to look crooked. So right there. And there you go. Here it is at negative 130, 30% modulation. Let's see if we could hear it. And we do. On the spectrum analyzer, we'll take a look at it. This is on high power, right there. And we're at 5 megahertz band. Okay, 5 megahertz. Looking really nice. Two little humps about negative 15 down. Here's low power, gets rid of them. Here's 15. Low. There's high. There's 30. Looking good. 60. Show the second harmonic right there. A little bit high for a second, but not bad at all. And here's 150. Okay. So good stuff. It's all done. Appreciate you having patience with me on this one. I know they've been here a while, and pretty much have all the major backup type stuff that has been here a long time, pretty much gone through now. And yeah, just like I said, I got the last few that I would like to clear up, and then what I usually like to do is get my stuff in order quick before I take on another big slammer shipment, and make sure if I need any bench maintenance, stuff like that, if I've been putting off any type of work that needs to get done here in the shop, get that squared away, because once I start going then on the next wave, that I don't like having to stop for stuff. Alright, get these boxed up and head it your way. Also too, yeah, let me just show you, I got your 86V that you wanted the meter light done on. He also sent me this, and I got the meter light changed to white for you. I don't want to drag that power cable over the other radio. Let me just put that on the side and show you the 86 here. Okay, there's a nice white meter in there. And then it's obviously not that bright in person, but those dual white LED SMD LEDs are really, really nice for these radios, especially with the wide meters. So that came out good. Alright guys, thanks for joining in this little adventure here. Gonna get back at it here. Catch you in the next one. Radio Garage, we're off the key.